Hey everybody, Rachel here with Givebutter. Thanks for joining for another success story from the Givebutter community. Today we are featuring the STARability Foundation based in Florida. Their foundation, get this, has already raised over $15,000 for their 3K event that's happening 3 weeks from now. And they started with 10,000 and they're already over 15,000 and they're only going to raise more. So if you are looking for inspiration for your endurance event, this one is going to be particularly inspiring for you. I have Miriam here with me who is going to share why they turned to Givebutter, as well as tips, tricks, and lessons learned. Miriam, thank you so much for joining to share your early success with the entire Butter fam.
Thank you. Thanks for letting us share our story with you. We appreciate it.
So excited. So Miriam, if we could just start by having you introduce yourself and your role with your organization and a little bit more about your mission and what you all do.
Sure. So I'm the Chief Philanthropy Officer here at the STARability Foundation, and we're based in Naples, Florida, on the west coast of Florida. And STARability is a special place. It serves people with disabilities, intellectual and developmental disabilities, who are often kind of shunned or kind of excluded from society, and we don't think that's right. We think that people should be included, and all of their abilities, no matter their abilities, should be celebrated. So what we do here is we open a window of opportunities for people if they want to continue their education, if they want to find a job and improve their vocational skills, if they just want to be around other people and take an art class or workshop of some kind, anything that's life enriching, we do that with them. And we do that through all of our programs. And we have a day program that's called the Trailblazer Academy, where people actually go out into the community and continue to learn, improve their job skills, actually get jobs and go out to work and volunteer in the community too. And we've been around in our community for about 34 years now, and about 4 years ago we started that day program, the Trailblazer Academy, and we changed our name to highlight who we call the stars, which are our participants, and it's just to really showcase that they are able, that they have abilities. We do that not only through the programs that we have, but through our events. And we started the 3K event on the 3K Fun, Walk, Run, and Roll. Say that 3 times real fast. We started that about 2 years ago now. And we were planning for this year, just like everybody's planning their events. And in mid-March, everything changed. Life as we knew it changed, and we had to change along with it and figure out how are we going to continue this event. A, could we? And B, how could we do that? And so what happened was, I was sitting in on a webinar where clients of Bloomerang, and we had Givebutter was presenting on just how you do virtual events and make them active and inviting using simple platforms that are not going to break your budget. And a couple months later, when we were looking at another event, a new event, virtual event to try with, we started with Givebutter, and it went well. We raised $5,000 through that. That was a virtual bingo game. And then we figured, let's try it for the run or the 3K. And we kept our goal modest at first. We wanted to just make more than last year. Everything is new and this is a different platform. So we figured let's start small and see what happens. And within, I don't know, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, we raised our goal, which was about $10,500 at the time. And then I figured, can we raise more? So I went in and changed the fever bar on the campaign to 15,000, and here we are. We're at 15,000 right now.
Incredible. And I know you mentioned pre-call that, all of this is totally new, this format of going virtual for your endurance event, even though you've been doing it the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. So when you were strategizing, like, how do we go virtual with our endurance event? What were some of the conversations that you were having?
Well, we listened to a lot of webinars about virtual events. How do you make that switch from live to virtual? And then we reached out to other organizations with similar missions. There was one organization that we partnered with, actually, just one county north of us, and they had their virtual walk about a few months earlier. So we talked to them and asked them, can you give us advice? What went well? What would you do again if you could? And we talked to another organization up north who was switching theirs to a month-long virtual event as well, and we got some ideas from them. And we knew that we wanted to keep it fun and engaging and keep it short. Everything we've heard about is if you're going to go live or have a pseudo-live virtual event, keep it no more to it than an hour. Have fun, short videos that you can kind of pepper throughout the presentation. Showcase your mission and the people you serve. So get as many images of them, whether they're telling their story or B-roll of them, any video that you might have of them that you can intersperse throughout your presentation, and make it easy to make a gift online. Make it as simple as possible. So those were the things that we started to talk about internally and share with our 3K committee. And it was their, what they were charged with was to try and find the sponsors to help us kind of clear that hurdle. And then we just got the word out through our participants and their families and just the general community, posting things on Facebook, through our email communication every other week, have something in there that reminds people about the 3K. And that seems to be generating the traction that we need to get people to visit the site, learn a little bit more about it, and either form a team or register or just make a donation toward the event. And that's how we've been doing this.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing all of the ways that you approach it, because I think you left us with so many good tips and lessons learned there of collaboration is key, communicate, 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 have the right tools in place, and then keep communicating, keep collaborating, and make everything as concise as possible. And let me tell everyone, you are all masters of concise, powerful storytelling. Let me go ahead and share my screen so everybody can see your beautiful campaign page. So how exciting. This is live happening right now. You can see a donation just came in 3 hours ago on their page. Woo, it's exciting. Going down, I was just mentioning this story. We have these powerful visuals. You have, less than a page of content here so that it's really digestible to follow. A very powerful video. I will definitely link to the campaign page and video. You should absolutely watch it and grab a box of tissues because it is so powerful. And you just mentioned, Miriam, sponsors. And that was something that I wanted to point out on your page that you are doing so well. On your supporter feed, this stood out to me right away, that you have the sponsor logo, story, and essentially like a living, breathing ad for them on your page. Yeah. I haven't seen very many people do that on Givebutter. Can you tell us how you are pulling that off?
Sure. So that is all Rachel Johnston, who is our events manager. She came up with a sponsorship packet and an underwriter packet, and we talked about the different giving levels for the either the sponsorships or the underwriting, and what benefits would there be for our sponsors and underwriters. And the committee then used those packets to go out and try and get sponsorships. And within the past few weeks, we've gotten the $1,000 and $1,200 sponsorships, and the $500 and $250 have come in the past few weeks. So depending on their level, we provide marketing for them through presenting their logos on the Givebutter page that we created in the email. So when we send out the email blasts, which we sent one out this morning, and some of those donations came in after that. We just received a $20 one, I think just a little while ago before I got on the call with you. But anyway, all of that is included in all the communication too. So it's at the bottom of the emails that we send out, we've also, I believe, put them on Facebook page posts that we've done. So we try to be very aware of what we're offering businesses and the sponsors who have decided to support this particular cause and this particular event, to make sure that we're including them in everything that we possibly can.
Right, right.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so including that into actually your ticket registration process.
Right.
Um, Man, that is such good inspiration for everybody who's watching. And another thing that we haven't even touched on is that you also have a peer-to-peer format going on where you have team fundraisers. How is that going?
It's been fun to watch. So there was a little bit of competition earlier when they first started between John Man and Stopped Cooney. And it was kind of neck and neck there for a little bit. And we had some of our own staff members create their own teams. Our executive director, Karen, created a team. I created one, and it's just been fun watching those gifts come in, just to see, who's giving to whom. And it just kind of gets people to go in there and support either a participant whose family started a campaign, it started a team. Like John Man, for example, that's his family. His mom started it, and when she started the team, all of a sudden we started getting all of these donations come in because she got the word out to her family and friends and network of supporters who know her son and who understand how he's benefited from the programs here. So that's how that's come about. It's been a really good, valuable way of just trying to grow our network that way, our circle of supporters.
And keeping the conversation going, keeping
Right,
things
exactly.
engaging and exciting. Are there any other tips, tricks, or lessons learned so far? Because you've shared a lot of great stuff, but I'm just wondering, is there anything else that you've kind of learned along the way that you're like, this is something I wish I would have known when I first started, or I'm glad that I'm learning this?
Yeah, there's the one thing is it's flexible enough that if you want to change direction or change your goal, for instance, you can go in and do it. It's not like it's locked in stone, set in stone. You can go in and make changes that way. Um, I wish we could, continue promoting it even more, which we will, because we still have 3 weeks to go. But what I've learned is get the word out early and often and keep doing that, and start with the people who are closest to you, whether it's your committee members, if you have a committee who's working on an event with you, or your closest supporters, and then branch it out from there. And keep using social media to the best of your ability to make sure that you're getting the word out. And email, if you email it, however frequently you email your supporters, just make sure that you're including all of this information in there to make it simpler for them to be able to go online and to make the donation. And just put the link to the page wherever you can to make sure that people can get to it. And just think like a donor. What do you want to know to be able to support the cause that's near and dear to you? And keep it simple. Keep it as simple as you possibly can, so that they can make their gift and feel good about that.
Yeah, excellent words of wisdom, Miriam. Um, how can I ask, how's your Givebutter experience been so far? I know you're new to Givebutter.
It's been great. If we have an issue, or somebody goes online and they've made a mistake with their donation or whatever the issue might be, we can get through to someone who can help us with that, which has been great. If we want to change something in the campaign, you realize you've made a mistake and there's a typo or something, you can go in there and fix that easily on the back end. I like the fact that it integrates with Boomerang. So as soon as someone makes a donation on this page, it automatically is integrated into Boomerang, so I don't have to go in there and enter the gift myself. And if there are any adjustments that we need to make, it's fairly simple to make. So far it's been a good experience. We've enjoyed it.
So good. Good. I'm so happy to hear. Happy to hear it. And Miriam, thank you so much for using Givebutter for this beautiful event, for letting us share your early success story today. We are cheering you on, and we cannot wait to see all the success that you achieve in 3 weeks with your event. And for everybody else following along, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining, and we look forward to seeing you next week for another success story. Bye, everybody.